Welcome, friends. I am Jenny, and I'm from This is Yoga NJ in Seaside Park, New Jersey. Today, we have for you our Ajna practice, our third eye practice. We've made it to our sixth chakra. So the color for the third eye chakra is indigo blue, and this chakra is located right in the middle of your forehead or between the eyebrows. And it is the Ajna chakra, or the third eye chakra, that allows us to connect to our insight, connect to our intuition, and allows us to pull in some self-realization. The element of this chakra is light, so you can do this practice outside in the sunshine. Also, too, some light therapy is an option, but again, sitting in the sun or being out in nature is enough. And if you want to pull in a little sharpening of the intellect for this third eye chakra as well, you can always try logic puzzles or some of those brain games. That's also a great way to tap into this. So to start, I'm going to take some time. We are going to start in a nice, easy seat. So if you want to sit up on a blanket or a block to bring the hips on up a little bit, feel free. Take a moment to lengthen through the spine. Let the hands rest wherever they feel comfortable, and just simply close your eyes. We'll start to breathe, coming into a nice natural rhythm of breath. And then as you start to feel more comfortable and relaxed, start to bring your awareness up to that third eye space, that space right in between the brows. And adding on here, as our awareness is there already, with the eyes closed, start to actually look up to that space. So you'll feel, might be a little funky at first, but you'll feel your eyes draw up to that space. Really tapping into that third eye energy. Again, taking this time to look within. And then with the eyes still closed, either continuing to look up to that space or bringing your eyes back to a neutral position. Start to bring the hands together and generate some warmth here. If you're outside in the sunshine, this won't take too long. Really feel energy in between the palms, really feel some warmth come in. And then rub the fingertips together so the fingertips get nice and warm as well. And then once you feel that warmth building, just bring your hands right to that third eye space. Allow that heat to transfer. And take a moment and repeat to yourself, I see truth in all situations. I trust my intuition and inner wisdom and follow them. I am willing to go within for my answers. And once the warmth has left your fingertips, go ahead again, release the hands right back down to the lap. And we'll start to breathe together. Eyes can remain closed. So we'll keep our eyes closed a lot through this practice so that we're really allowing ourselves to be inside. If that's uncomfortable for you, please feel free to open your eyes. We'll take a big breath together, reach those arms up overhead. And then bring the hands down, bring the thumbs down to that third eye space. Bring your head right back to center. And then allow again the hands to fall down to the lap. We'll do 2 more just like that. Inhale, reaches you up. And then exhale, pull it down, thumbs to the third eye, head comes back to center. Last one, inhale, reach on up overhead, big breath in. And with that long breath out, again, thumbs back to that space. Beautiful. Go ahead and release the hands down to the lap. Again, if you feel comfortable keeping those eyes closed, follow my voice here as you inhale, reach that heart space forward. Exhale, we start to take some trunk rolls over the right knee. So if you're up on a block or a blanket and it doesn't feel comfortable to do your trunk rolls here, you can take a moment to slide it on out. And just continuing to breathe and move. And then next time the chest is toward the thighs, just simply bring those trunk rolls in the opposite direction. And a couple more times around. As we move through this practice, we'll be making connections. So physical connection, hands to that third eye space to the mat, maybe even third eye space to the head, to the leg or the knee. Slow it on down, bring it back to center. And take a moment if you haven't already. If you have a prop under the bum, slide it out and then extend the legs on out in front. Keeping a nice generous bend in the legs, dig the heels into the mat and inhale, reach those arms up overhead. And then exhale, go ahead, folding forward here again. Forehead comes down toward those legs. Hands can land wherever they feel comfortable. We'll be here for a few cycles of breath. So as you start to settle in, if you want to slide those heels on forward, deepening that forward fold. If not, you can stay exactly as you were. Allow the head to hang heavy, so ears in between the biceps. And then we'll slowly roll on up. And then we'll bring the legs behind. We'll make our way right to tabletop. Again, once you get to tabletop, take a moment, close the eyes. This is the opportunity here to trust yourself. Shoulders are over wrists, hips are over knees. With those eyes closed, we'll come into our cat-cow. So take a nice breath in, drop the belly, tailbone lifts, heart space shines forward, gaze comes up. Beautiful. Exhale, push away from the mat, tuck the chin, round the spine. A few more just like that. Inhale for cow. And exhale for cat. And as you move through this motion with your eyes closed, again, just come back to your inner wisdom, your inner voice. And just trust yourself here. The beginning of mantras for the third eye is I see. So even with the eyes closed, we give ourselves the opportunity to see things. A couple more times each direction. Beautiful. And then we'll come back to neutral tabletop. Take a nice inhale. Send that right leg on back. Gaze past the top of your yoga mat here. Another inhale extends that heel out. And then exhale, pull that knee in toward the nose. So think bringing that third eye space toward the knee. Inhale, lengthens you back out. Beautiful. Exhale, pull it in. Forehead to knee. Inhale, reach. Last one here. Exhale, pull it in. Hang here for a moment. And then allow that right foot to come in between the hands. Take a moment, start to lift that heart space. You can bring the left toes into the mat or keep the top of the foot flat. And we'll inhale, we'll rise up to our low lunge. Reaching up toward the sky, maybe even bring your gaze on up. Again, trust yourself here, trust my voice as you, if you're choosing to keep those eyes closed, it does change your perspective a little bit. Bring everything back to center. Clasp the hands, leave the pointer fingers on out. Take a moment, relax the shoulders. Big breath in. And then big breath out, little side body stretch over to the right. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Exhale, take that side body stretch to the other side. Inhale, brings everything back to center. Exhale, frame out the foot. Rock it on back up to the heel as you do that again. Micro bend in that right knee if you need it. Start to bring the forehead toward that leg. Continuing to breathe here. Toes are nice and bright toward the sky. And then slowly rock it forward. Land that right foot on down. Take your time. Send it back to tabletop. We'll take a couple cat-cows here in between. Excellent. And then right back to our neutral table. We inhale, we send that left leg back. Again, feel stable here, feel in control. You're feeling a little wobbly with the eyes closed, that's okay. Take that breath in, reach back through the heel. Exhale again, knee toward the nose or knee toward that forehead. Inhale, reaches you back. And then exhale, pulls you in. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, last one here as we bring that knee in through center. Hang out here for a moment. And then get that left foot in between the hands. Slowly rising on up. Take another breath in. Bring that gaze on up even if the eyes are closed. And then everything comes back to center. We bring the palms together, interlace the fingers, pointer fingers out, find an inhale. And exhale, we take a side body stretch over to the left. Inhale brings us back to center. And exhale to the right. Inhale back to center, release the hands, exhale, frame out the foot as we rock it back. So heel digs in, we walk the hands back, we let the head come down. Bringing that third eye space down toward that right leg. And come back to your breath. Walk the hands on forward. And then bring that knee on back, right back to that tabletop. And then this time go ahead and push the bum toward the heels. Allow the forehead to come down to the mat. So allow your head to make connection with something here. If it can't get to the mat, you can always bring it to your hands. But if your forehead is on your mat, allow your arms to come back to your sides. So fingertips will be reaching back toward the heels, relaxing your shoulders. And take a moment to repeat to yourself, I look inside for answers. And look inside myself for answers. Opportunity here to rock the head side to side and give that third eye space a massage. And staying here for a few more cycles of breath. And then if the arms are to the sides, go ahead and extend them on out in front. Dig the toes into the mat and make your way to downward facing dog. And we find stillness here in our down dog. So take a moment to get settled. Gaze comes now toward the thighs. Again, option throughout your practice to close your eyes. And just come back to your breath. And then go ahead and start to take any little movements that you need. Bending one knee at a time or simply just rocking the hips. Always an option to just stay still. And then we will find that stillness once again. And if your eyes are not already closed, go ahead and close them now. And then inhale, come up on the tiptoes. And with the eyes closed, just take a slow walk to the top of your space and make your way to a forward fold. Let everything hang heavy here. And take a moment, grab opposite elbows. A gentle sway side to side. And let the arms hang heavy. And then find big bends in the knees as we reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. And as you exhale, bring those hands down to the third eye space, ajna, and then down to the heart. Beautiful. Inhale reaches you up and back. Exhale takes you back down. Inhale, find that half lift. Inhale, find that half lift. Exhale and fold. Plant the hands. We'll step that right leg back. We'll drop that right knee. And we'll once again rise up into our low lunge. Couple cycles of breath here. Notice if the shoulders have drawn up, let them settle. And then we bring those hands together once again. And we just plug back down, so thumbs to that third eye space. Take an inhale and lift the gaze. Little back bend here. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Frame out that front foot. Dig your toes into the mat. Lift that back knee. Step your foot in just a little bit. So coming into a pyramid here. Take a moment to half lift. Make some space. Hips draw down. Exhale, fold. Again, drawing that third eye space toward that left leg. You can always have a micro bend in that left knee. You can even step that foot back a little bit and pop the heel on up. So you find what feels good here in your pyramid pose. And just come back to your breath. If your back heel is lifted, allow it to once again reconnect with the earth. Bring those hands to prayer position and thumbs to the third eye. Pull those lower ribs in, belly button to the spine, lock your core, slowly rise on up. Beautiful. And exhale, release your hands down to your sides. Bring the hands to the hips. Pivot up on those back toes just so you can make your way to the top of your space. Inhale reaches you up and back. Exhale, send it down. Forward fold. Inhale, we half lift. And exhale, we fold. Beautiful. We plant the hands. We step that left leg back. We drop the left knee. Inhale, rises you up. Low lunge. Find your breath. Again, tapping in. Pulling yourself inside. Take a moment here with the eyes closed. Maybe even drawing that attention with the eyes up to that third eye space. Beautiful. Hands come together. We bring the thumbs down. Inhale, lift that gaze back on up. We find our back bend. Bring everything back to center with your in-breath. Exhale lands the hands on down. We lift that back knee. We step that foot in for our pyramid pose. Again, finding any movement here that we need to settle. We inhale, half lift to make that space. Hips draw down, exhale and fold if you need that bend in that right leg, or you want to pivot up on those back toes and lift the heel. We draw that space down. And find our breath. If you've taken that heel lifted option, land that heel on down. And we bring those thumbs to the third eye. Pulling everything into center, nice strong core as we slowly rise up to stand. A little challenging with those eyes closed, that's okay. Let the hands melt down to the sides. Hands to the hips if you need. And step that left foot forward, mountain pose, top of your space. Close your eyes if they're not already closed. And take a moment here to come back to those third eye mantras. I trust my inner wisdom. I trust my intention. I look inside myself for answers. Inhale, reaches those arms up overhead. Exhale, take that dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Beautiful. Take a moment here, just step it back to down dog. Coming back to your breath once again. Bringing your gaze to your thighs. And we'll be here for 2 cycles of breath. Beautiful. And slowly dropping down to the knees. Hips back toward the heels. Taking a moment here. Bring your palms up onto your thighs. In our thunderbolt pose, again, drawing that energy up to the space between the brows. Taking a moment to notice how you feel. And if you did go through that practice with closed eyes, what were you able to see? What perspective was born from that practice? And then either fluttering the eyes open or keeping those eyes closed, make your way all the way down to your back. And before we get fully settled here, take your pointer fingers. So another way to tap into our inner knowing, to activate that third eye, the pineal gland here, is to simply just tap that space. So you can use your pointer finger and just find that space in between the brow. And we just lightly tap. We'll do this for a few cycles of breath. Again, just drawing awareness to that space, maybe even feeling a bit more open. And then go ahead and allow your arms to come out to the sides. Take a moment, snuggle the shoulder blades underneath the body. And just come back into your breath. And then I want you to start to visualize that indigo blue light. Start to see that deep color blue in your mind's eye. And start to spread throughout. With each cycle of breath, as that color blue gets deeper and brighter, imagine it expanding with purpose, strengthening your ability to dream, to visualize, to think without attachment. Begin to connect your inner knowing as you visualize your mind illuminating with this blue light until you feel fully clear. This spinning indigo ball of energy is completely surrounding your entire head. And as you continue to lie here, just continue to breathe and visualize. As you see the truth in all situations, you trust that inner wisdom and intuition as you continue to go within to find your answers. And I invite you to stay here as long as you need to. Thank you so much for joining me here for this third eye practice. The light in me honors and bows to the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.